Hello, Mr. Price here, and this is your first practice homework of the year. We'll go straight into it. Now, if we look at question 1, we are being asked to find 3/20 multiplied by 5/6. Okay, so let's get the question down. 3/20 multiplied by 5/6. Okay, there might be a few ways that you can do this. You can multiply the numerators and the denominators, but even better is to do this method. So we're going to show we're multiplying the numerators and the denominators, and before we multiply, we're going to look for common factors for top and bottom. So I spot that the 3 and the 6 share a common factor, which is 3. So I'm going to divide this by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Divide this by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. I'm going to look for some more. Okay, and I notice 5 and 20 also share common factors. They share 5. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So I'm left with 1 times 1, which is 1, and 4 times 2, which is 8. The answer is an eighth. Okay, for question 2, we are being asked to find 8/15 divided by 4/5. Now the technique to use here is to keep the first number the same, 8/15. We're going to change the division to multiplication and flip the 4/5 to become 5/4. I flipped this fraction upside down. Okay, and now I do exactly how I did for question 1. So 8 times 5 over 15 times 4, and look for common factors. Okay, once again, I have shared factors of 5 here, 1 and 3, because 15 divided by 5 is 3, 5 divided by 5 is 1, and I've got common factors here as well, which they both share a factor of 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, 8 divided by 4 is 2. So I'm left with 2 times 1 for the numerator, 2, 3 times 1 on the denominator, 3. The answer is 2/3. Question 3. I'm being asked to find the area of this circle with a diameter of 12 centimetres. Okay, the diameter goes from one edge of the circle to the other through the centre. So I'm going to write down the information I have. The diameter is equal to 12 centimetres. I am being asked for the area of this circle, which I know is given by pi r squared. That's the area of a circle. Okay, I'm going to substitute in my values. Now, this formula here wants me to use r, which I don't have. So I'm going to change my diameter to radius. Okay, if the diameter is all the way across, the radius is only halfway across. I want to half my diameter to 6 centimetres. And now I can substitute that into here. So the area of a circle is equal to pi multiplied by the value of r, which is 6, all squared. Okay, notice I haven't used a multiplication sign here. I've used brackets. Whenever I change a variable to a number, I put it inside brackets like this. And if you type this straight into your calculator, so pi, I'll try and make it so you can see this, pi bracket 6 bracket squared, and that will evaluate that perfectly. Okay, so it's exactly 36 pi. Okay, because the question asked us for an exact answer. So it's exactly 36 pi. And then the rounded answer, it wanted it to 3 significant figures. So 113 centimetres squared. There are 3 significant figures in here. Okay. Question 4 wanted the circumference of this circle. It had a radius of 5 centimetres. And I'm asked for an exact answer and to 3 significant figures again. So just like I did for question 3, the radius is equal to 5 centimetres. I want to know the circumference. Now, the circumference for a circle is found using pi d, where d is the diameter. Okay, now here, halfway across, so from the edge to the centre is 5, the diameter is all the way across, so the diameter is 10 centimetres. And once again, I substitute that in. So the circumference of a circle is pi bracket 10 bracket. Now, as you get used to this, you will know the exact answer of this is actually 10 pi. But we'll type it into your calculator as well. So pi bracket 10 bracket. The exact value is 10 pi. So it's exactly 10 pi. Or if it wants the rounded answer, use my SD button. Once again to 3 significant figures. So the 30 is the first significant figure. The 1 unit is the second significant figure. And then the 4/10 is the third significant figure. Okay, and the next value is a 1, so it rounds down to 31.4 centimetres only. Okay, because the circumference is all the way around the circle, its length, so it saves as centimetres. Okay, now for the extension questions. So the extension question for part 1 asked for the highest common factor of 90 and 126. Okay, so common factors are numbers that go into both numbers. We want the number that goes into both of these, and it's the highest. Okay, you can use trial and error, but we're going to use a much more efficient method. We're going to break both numbers down into its products of prime factors. So this uses the factor tree. You might remember this. So any two numbers that go into 90, we'll choose an easy one, 9 and 10. Okay, neither of these are prime, so I'm going to break them down further. 2 and 5. Both 2 and 5 are prime. I can't break this chain any further. Same for 9. 3 and 3. Both of these are prime. I can't go any further. We'll do the same for 126. Now, I'm not allowed to calculator for this, so I need to be careful. So, I can tell that 2 goes into this because it has an even number at the end. So let's just make it easy for ourselves and divide by 2. So if you want to, you can use your bus stop method. Or you might just be able to spot that the value is 63, but we'll do it anyway. So 2 into 1 doesn't go. 2's into 12 goes 6 times with no remainder, and then 2's into 6, 3. So 63 and 2. 2 is prime. Now, we might get a little bit stuck with this one. You could have spotted a few. Now, there's a few tricks you can do. I know 2 doesn't go into it because it ends in an odd number. Does 3 go into it? Yes, because if I add up the digits, 6 and 3 make 9. So 3 goes into it because the sum of the digits are divisible by 3, I mean. But it's also divisible by 9, so I can also divide this by 9 if I wish, which I will do. Okay, so 9 goes into this 7 times. 7 is prime, 9 is not, 3 and 3. Okay, and now I draw my Venn diagram. Okay, so factors that are common in both go in the middle of the Venn diagram. So I have a 2 and a 2. This goes in the middle. I have a 7 and no 7. That goes in its in the 126 circle only. I've got a 3, which is in both, and another 3, which is in both. And I'm left with just a 5, which is not common for 126. That goes in the circle. Okay, and the highest common factor can be found in this intersection because these are the factors that are common in both numbers, and the biggest number I can make out of these is 2 times 3 times 3. So HCF is equal to 2 times 3 times 3, which equals 18. And that's done for question 1. Finally, question 2 is more of an extension for what we did with question 3 and 4 of the previous ones. So here, we don't have a full circle, but we can see the circle in there, and we're being asked for the area and the perimeter. Again, giving an exact value and to 3 significant figures. So I'm going to quickly draw my diagram. Oh, a very bad circle. I do apologise. Okay, and that angle there is 30 degrees. And this value here is 7 centimetres. Now, first I need to work out what fraction of a circle this is. Okay, now I know that the angles that the sum of the angles in a circle or full turn is 360. So as a fraction, this is going to be out of 360. Now, I want to know the angle of the circle. So don't be tempted to use this 30 here. Okay, I want to know the fraction which is the circle, which is going to be 330. Okay, because the whole thing's 360. I want this bit, not the 30. So 360 minus 30 is 330. Okay, and I can simplify that to 33 over 36. And that also simplifies to, let's see, because I can divide both of those by 3. Whoops. So divide by 3, divide by 3. So that's going to be 11 over 12. So it's 11 twelfths of a circle. Okay, so the fraction of a circle is 11 twelfths. Let's go and find the perimeter first. So the perimeter of the circle is going to be the circumference of the part circle. Okay, so this dotted line around here. Okay, and then also these two bits here. So one radius and another radius. So I want to add on the diameter. Okay, it's always worth thinking about your strategy before running straight into the numbers. So I want the circumference of the part of the circle, not the full circle, just part of it, and the diameter. Okay, so let's find the circumference of a full circle. Okay, and I know that is pi d, where the diameter is 14 centimetres. Okay, so the circumference of the full circle is pi multiplied by 14, or 14 pi. Okay, now I only want part of the circle, so circumference of part of the circle is going to be 11 twelfths of this. So 11 twelfths multiplied by 14 pi. Okay, I can put that into my calculator if I need to. So 11 twelfths multiplied by 14 pi, and that is an exact value of 77 over 6 pi. It looks like a horrible number, but don't be tempted to round it yet. Okay. If I look back at here, I want the circumference of the part circle and then add on the diameter. So I'm going to add on my diameter 14. Okay. So the circumference, the perimeter of this circle is 77 over 6 pi, add to the 14, 54.3 centimetres. Okay, if you need to watch that a few times, you'll need to. If this bit confuses you here, this is just a number, okay? If I put in 77 over 6 pi again, 77 over 6 pi, okay? Don't let this confuse you, okay? If I press the SD button, this is just a number that's roughly 40.3171, okay? But I'm going to keep it as accurate as possible right until the end. Let's do the last question. Okay, I want the area of this circle now. This one's much easier. I already know that the fraction of a circle is 11/12. So I want to find the area of the full circle first, which is pi r squared. The radius of the circle was 7 centimetres, so pi bracket 7 bracket squared. And in your calculator, you should find that gives you 49 pi. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that for now. I don't want the area of the full circle, I want the area of the part circle. So area of the part circle is equal to the full circle, 49 pi, multiplied by my fraction, 11/12. Put that into your calculator. So 49 pi multiplied by 11/12. Okay, so the exact value is 539/12 pi. And as a decimal to 3 significant figures, it's approximately equal to 141 centimetres squared. Okay. If there's any part of that you still have trouble with after watching the video a couple of times, come and find me and I can go through it in more detail. That's all for now. Thank you for watching.